Hello and welcome back to my channel. This week I'm gonna do, instead of lunch ideas, like school lunch ideas, I'm gonna do 5 dinner ideas. Tonight we're gonna do cheeseburger dippers. I think that's what the recipe was called. But I'm gonna change it and make it like my way and add a few different stuff to it. But I'm gonna share 5 dinner ideas with you. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is cut up this onion. I'm not gonna use all this onion, I'm just gonna use a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut it up and just have it ready for the rest of the recipes. And also I'm gonna cut up this little bitty tomato. So little bitty tomato, I probably am gonna use all of this, but we're gonna get those cut up and then we'll start cooking. Okay, now I got all of my ingredients together. So I have the tomato, onions, hamburger, and ketchup, A1, some pickle relish, some sliced cheese, the nature seasoning, and some garlic. Alright, so I got my pan heated up. I'm going to go ahead and add the onions in. Alright, so I'm adding the onions and I'm going to let those get kind of soft in there. And then I'm going to add the hamburger and cook that up. Okay, so the onions are basically, you know, like cooked down a little bit. So now I'm going to go ahead and add in some of the hamburger. So I decided not to add any of the liquids to it because when I was thinking about it, like, I don't know if it'll be good because it'll probably make the bread kind of soggy. So I'm probably not gonna add that. And I'll just make like a little dipping sauce, which it is called cheeseburger dippers. So gotta have something to dip it in. I turned the oven on 325. So add in the cheese and let that melt. Alright, so the cheese is all mixed in and melted, but you can't really see it. But I added 3 pieces of cheese and mixed it in like really good so it's nice and melted. And now we're going to put it in the crescent rolls. So these are the crescent rolls I got, and I'm going to roll them out and then fill them with the cheeseburger mixture. Oh, I got to add the tomatoes, almost forgot. Alright, the little cheeseburger dippers are all done. Get do a taste test for you, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna be good. This little sauce I mixed up was just that homemade sauce and some A1 added. It's pretty good. Girls probably use ketchup with theirs though. Jimmy's gonna do a taste test for us.
I want to have a little bit of shaving cream so I can cool my mouth down.
That's good.
Not lying, are you?
That's good.
Alright. Is it good, Zoe?
It's hot though. Yes, yes.
Alright, so for tonight's supper, I'm gonna make like a version of the Olive Garden potato soup, but I accidentally forgot not to get potatoes, so I'm just gonna put noodles in it, and I'm gonna make it how I want to. I've made this soup a few times, and every time I kind of flip it and flop it up, so I'm gonna show you the ingredients that I'm gonna use, and then we'll get to cooking. Okay, so this is what I'm planning on using. We got some bone broth. I've heard that this is better for you than chicken broth, so I'm gonna use this. These are the noodles that I'm gonna be using. I got some kale, some green onions, some heavy cream, onion, some bacon, and then I'm gonna use one of these little crushed garlic cubes. They look like this, but they've been in the refrigerator, so they're not cubes anymore. They're just chunks. But that's the ingredients that I'm going to use, and I also have some Italian sausage over there that's being defrosted. So what we're going to do first is cook up the bacon, then we'll add some onions to that, get those cooked down in the garlic, and then we'll kind of throw it all together. Okay, the first thing that I'm doing is just cutting up the bacon, and I'm using scissors to do that. Just cutting it like this into a little chunk, and I'm putting it in a giant pot. So just cutting it into little chunks. I'm just gonna do half a pack of bacon because I think this recipe makes like a big pot of soup, but I don't want that big of a pot. All right, so we got the bacon in here. We're gonna let that start cooking. I just got the eyes set on like a medium, little above medium heat. All right, while that's cooking, I'm just gonna cut up the green onions with a cheese knife because my other knife is dirty, but it's all right. You just want it in like little bitty little strips anyways. And I think the white part is for cooking and the green part is for garnish, if I remember right. So I don't know, that's just what we're gonna do. I'm also gonna chop up some of the kale. I just don't like a whole bunch of the kale, but I do like the kale in there. I think it's delicious. So I'm gonna actually wash this first. I washed the onion off, but I haven't washed the kale. Trusty salad spinner. Throw those in there. All right, I'm gonna wash this and I'll be back. Now I'm just gonna do kind of like a rough chop. Try not to cut your finger off. All right, so we got our top halves of our onion, whites, and then some beautiful kale, freshly chopped and washed. My onions are ready to go. Okay, so what I'm gonna do to like speed this process up a little bit is I got a pot of water right here, which is getting ready to boil. And I'm gonna go ahead and boil the noodles. So I got some salt to just make my salty pasta water. And then once that starts boiling, I'm gonna add the noodles to that to like, you know, get the pasta done. So that once the sausage and everything is done, I can just kind of throw everything into the same pot and then it'll be good to go. So right now I got the sausage and the bacon in the big pot. And the sausage was so a little bit frozen. So getting that to thaw out. But just a little bit. Once this cooks, I'm gonna drain it. And then I'm gonna, before I put it back, I'm gonna cook the onions some. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and add some Nature's seasoning. I added in the little garlic thing. And I'm gonna add some Nature's seasoning. And then probably just like some Italian seasoning. This is just like an Italian seasoning blend. Gonna add some of that in there. So I might have went a little too overboard. Hopefully this boils. If not, it'll just get it almost there and then I can finish it in here. The sausage and the bacon is almost ready. What's this?
Lettuce.
What is this?
Ketchup.
Say kale.
Kale.
Yeah. You wanna try it?
Yeah.
Alright, get you a piece and try it.
Okay.
Is it good?
Yes.
You're so silly. I'm waiting on it to boil. It's got a boil.
Bowl.
Boil.
Bowl.
Alright, we're finally boiling. So I'm gonna let this just boil for a minute and then we'll turn it down to a simmer and add in the cream and the kale and all that.
Mommy.
It's looking good though. Oh, I also added the green onions. It's almost 7 o'clock and the girls are hungry, so I just made them a quick little supper. Took some of the noodles and just put pasta sauce on it and a few apples, and Zoe's eating those fish nuggets with some peas and carrots. What do you want, Mia?
Fruit. I don't have any fruit.
Oh, you want something in that spot? Looks delicious. Need to give it like a little taste. Taste everything. See if it needs anything added, like salt or whatever. Alright, let's do a little taste test. So I got, this is my little spoonful. It's probably super hot. It is super hot. The juice is good, but it's just hot. Can't bite it. Alright. So it's back boiling. I'm gonna turn it off and I think I'm gonna add some more seasoning to it. Let's see. Maybe some more Nature's seasoning. I mean, it's good, but it's kind of just like chicken brothy tasting. So I'm gonna add some more seasonings. What of that? Maybe there is some oregano. Maybe some more salt. Some parsley. Maybe some Italian herbs grinder. Pepper. A little bit of Texas peach.
Mommy, Mommy, Zoe has her tablet.
Does she? Well, go get yours, ma'am.
But my foot.
But what?
My foot.
Your foot hurts. Okay, I think that might give it just enough flavor. Alright, let's put this in a bowl and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so I got this little bitty cute little Dutch oven bowl from my sister. I thought it would be really cute to put it in there. But that's the soup and it looks so yummy. It tastes so yum. All right, so for tonight's supper, I'm starting it early because we're gonna put some pork chops in the crock pot and kind of cook them on low for a little while. So I got the pork chops, some of my onions, garlic. I don't think I'm gonna use that. And then I picked this up at the grocery store, some more of this bone sucking sauce. But this is just the seasoning and rub sauce. I think the last one I got was like chicken something. But try that out and throw all of this into the crock pot and let it cook. I think I'm gonna make a little bit of beef broth just to put in like the bottom so that the pork chops don't dry out. Okay, so I threw a few onions in there. I got a glass of hot water. I'm gonna add one of these cubes. Creepy creeper. Alright, let this dissolve and then we'll add everything else into here. Alright, so I added in the onion, the garlic, that little bit of water, and the beef cube, and then I added some of that bone sucking sauce and some nature seasoning in here, and then I'm gonna just lay the pork chops on top. Okay, so it's going on 4:40. I took out the pork chops out of the crock pot, washed the crock pot or whatever. They're just sitting in a bowl because they got done sooner than I thought. But they look like this. They're done and delicious. Cooking them in the crock pot just gives them like a lot of flavor. Yes, they don't look like crispy and stuff, but they still taste really good. Preheating my oven at 375. This giant bag of broccoli, carrots, and cauliflower, and a pan with non-stick aluminum foil. And I'm gonna dump these on here. I might add some oil because these have nothing on them. They're just like fresh or whatever. So I'm gonna dump them on the pan, and then I'm probably gonna add like a little bit of oil and some maybe like salt, pepper, and some nature seasoning. So I found this, some of the seasoning that I'd saved. This is the Farmer's Market. It's just herbs, onions, and peppers seasoning. So I'm gonna put a little of this on here with some salt and pepper, and then a little bit of the nature seasoning. Mama, you're coming right up. Yeah. Really? Really? Yeah. Okay. 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 All ready to go into the oven. Looks yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, so I know at the beginning of this video I said I'm gonna do 5 dinner ideas with you, but this video is very long. I just edited some of it, and the 2 first meals is already so long, so it's probably only gonna be 3, just because the video is just getting too long. I might do another one of these. If y'all like them, you can just let me know in the comments of this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And the veggies are almost done roasting. Once they get really close to being done, I'm gonna put the pork chops on the pan with the veggies and let those get like heated back up. And then I gotta cook something else with it. I might do some macaroni and cheese. All right, the veggies are looking delicious. So good. Carrots are nice and soft. So I'm gonna add the pork chops to this so that they can get a little warm. They've been out of the crock pot for a while. They got done a lot faster than I expected them to, but that's okay. All right, we'll let that finish cooking, and then everything should be done soon. All right, food is done. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. But I noticed that early in the video, I never like mentioned the sauce. This was the sauce that I dipped the cheeseburger dippers in. It's just like a homemade sauce that my grandma had. She just gave me a jar of it. I don't know if she made it. I can't remember if she got it. I think she got it from somebody. But it's just, we call it yellow sauce in our family. And then there's also a red sauce. I think this one's more like mustard vinegar based. This is my favorite or whatever. I'm gonna put this on top of the pork. It's delicious on pork. Gonna just show you what my plate looks like. I have my pork. I just cut it up in like little chunks. I used half of one for me, macaroni and cheese and veggies and a little piece of butter garlic toast. But that is going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy, please make sure to give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below. Let me know if you enjoyed this, if you want me to do more of these. I know this meal wasn't like all that detailed, which I normally don't go into like a whole bunch of like scratch cooking, but I try to do something new or different every week, at least something. This pork chop meal, that's not something new. We've had that a couple of times now. But thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.